After the middle 8 comes the main theme once again, but it's down an octave. You might see in scores the digit 8 for octave, then VB. As a guitarist, you may have occasionally seen very high notes written 8VA, alto for higher. I don't speak Italian, by the way, but I understand it means alto for higher. B is bassa. Forgive me, any Italians out there. I think it's V, then B for bassa. Quite simply, it means we play what's written an octave lower. So, just to be clear, to refresh your memory, we did the melody here early, didn't we? Well, it's an octave down. So let's get to it. This main theme, lower melody, starts on 6th string, frets 0 to 2. You can see me using my index finger there. You could, of course, use your second finger. But I'd rather use your first because of what follows. 0, 2, then the open 5th string. Then we use finger 2 to slide on the 5th string, frets 4 to 5, quite swiftly. Then use your index finger on the 4th fret, C sharp again. Then run down from B to A to E. On the 6th string, frets 7, 5, 0. Let's try that phrase. Coming in on beat 2. 3, 4, 1. And that lasts for a whole bar. Then there's a similar phrase which goes. That's exactly the same as what I've just shown you. So if we move on to E up an octave, this is where the E chord itself appears in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th bar of the main theme, second time around. He plays a high E, relatively speaking. That's at the 7th fret of the 5th string, presumably with a little finger, because then the 3rd finger reaches across to play the 7th fret of the 6th string. Then we have that chromatic descent, as we had the first time around, but an octave lower, of course. That will be on the 5th string, frets 7, 6, 5. You start fret 7 on beat 4. 1, 2, 3. And then the D will happen on the downbeat, where, remember, there's a B minor from Bruce in the accompaniment. That will be with the 2nd finger. Then you play frets 4 to 5. Then back to the low B on the 7th fret of the 6th string. Then you repeat the phrase. Then you play A on the 5th fret of the 6th string. Now this time, I don't think Hank uses the vibrato bar on the recording. You can see that I'm not using it here. I think he was just playing very straight notes. What he does next is plays G sharp, the major 7th of A, and then just bends down. You could, of course, use the bar, but it sounds like a finger bend, so to speak. And then the next note, to my ear, sounds a little brighter, which means rather than play, I think it's... Can you hear that? I hope you can hear that on the DVD. That on the 6th string, it would be darker. But I believe it's... You can hear the tonality or the timbre, T-I-M-B-R-E, the timbre of the string there. Timbre means tone colour. Having played that open A string, which rings for 2 beats, you cut it off on beat 3, so there's a beat silence. Then play with your 3rd finger the C sharp on the 5th string, 4th fret, followed by B on the 2nd fret of the 5th string for 2 beats, where there's an E chord, by the way. Then an open A, followed by 4th fret of the 6th string, G sharp, presumably with a 3rd finger, and then bend it down by semitone so it reaches the note of A, and then hit the open A once again, and let it ring for the bar. This second occurrence of the main theme, down an octave, only goes round once. And why don't we review that at a reduced tempo? Coming in on beat 2. 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.